Both channels back up and running. What? We're broadcasting to 15 channels now. All right, let's go.
Of Transportation, good old Mayor Pete. He wasn't even put in charge of the supply chain crisis. No, someone else was tapped for that because Mayor Pete is still at home trying to figure out how to chest feed.
Chest feed.
Somebody ought to tell him so he can get back to work.
Dude.
And he is in a...
Dude, that was wrong for her. It was funny for a second, and then I realized, no. If I was a gay man raising a child, I would be personally fucking offended by that statement. I would just be like, you fucking cunt. How dare you fucking bitch. You know?
Same-sex marriage, that should be noted for part of why that is so offensive. She also called the President of the United States, President Joe Biden, that piece of crap in the White House. So she has not apologized for those comments that she made at that same event.
Good!
You know, this is part of a broader problem on...
No, that's a piece of straw because fucking Joe Biden is a rapist and a child sniffing. You hate that bitch? Allison Camerata? Fuck yeah, Kristen. And I guarantee you neither of these bitches kiss anywhere near as good as you do.
Capitol Hill. Just last week, Paul Gosar of Arizona was censured for an anime video that he posted depicting the murder of a colleague. And one of the key questions has been, where is...
Oh no, there goes my goddamn internet again? Holy shit, no, don't do this to me. I hope not. It says I'm still live. Am I still live, guys? Uh-oh. Hello, am I still live? Let me know if you are hearing my voice. Can any of you hear me or see me right now?
Republican leadership in all of this? Where is Kevin McCarthy in all of this? Part of the challenge for McCarthy is that he has someone on his right flank, like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's been saying over the last several days that Kevin McCarthy doesn't have the votes if the House were to fall to Republicans in the midterm election to be Speaker because of the actions he's taken against.
You know what's funny? I literally tweeted tonight about how Joe Biden is a fucking child sniffing author of the crime bill, piece of fucking garbage. I literally put a tweet out tonight about that shit. He's such a piece of garbage. Fucking human water trash. He's such a scumbag. I fucking hate him. I fucking hate all of them. I hate all the goddamn politicians. England tornado house shaking. Really scary here. Tornado in England, bro? When does England have tornadoes? What? What's going on in fucking England, bro? Hey, hippie chick. What the fuck's going on in England? So you guys call it England, huh? Is that what you call it? England? Now I know. Climate change here, snowing, massive blizzards. You just said tornado and now you're saying blizzards and snowing? What? 100-mile-an-hour gusts? Dude, you're in England and you're using miles per hour instead of kilometers? I'm having too much fun with this conversation, Jacob, aren't I? I'm sorry. What the fuck is up with the climate, bro? Stay safe, man. Don't get near a window. Stay away from the windows, bro. That's fucking scary as shit. I don't like to hear that. Dude, this recovery on crypto is killing me, but I know if I wait it out, it's going to go right up to 65, 70,000 and beyond. If I just wait, take the hit on my credit, take the hit on my fucking bank account, I'll probably be happier because of it. You know? Mother Nature is off her meds. Watch out. Mother Nature's off her meds. I fucking love it, dude. Who thinks of shit like that? That's fucking crazy hilarious. My greenhouse destroyed, so everyone else's must be. Yeah, bro, I'm sure, man. God damn, I can't even imagine what the weather's like over there. We had a gorgeous sunset tonight. Oh my god, it lit up the whole sky. Fucking golden, orange. It was so beautiful. What a beautiful sunset. I was glad that Rogie got out tonight. He decided to go across the street to the neighbor's house, and I had to get on the quad. And I put him on the quad. I went and got him. I put him on the quad, took him home. And as we're coming up the driveway, I look over and I see that sunset. I'm like, oh my god, I got to get up on the balcony and watch this, man. It had this orange, this fucking blood orange spot in the sky, man. It looked like someone had just spray painted it up there. It was so gorgeous. That's how I roll, Nate. Funny as fuck. Too funny. Am I being funny? I like that I'm being funny and I don't know I'm being funny. Good. Good. I don't have a live audience response, so I don't know if I said something funny or not. I did a broadcast today on Instagram, guys, and it went well, I think. If you were able to catch that, I know Aaron Ide was there. If anybody else was able to catch that Instagram, let me know. You could put a 1 in my chat right now. If you saw the Instagram live stream from this afternoon, that's Nay's Garden Show on Instagram. At Nay's Garden Show on Instagram. I will be broadcasting more from Instagram in the future. If you're missing me on here, check your IG and see if I'm going live there. Because I've never been able to do it before. And then today I did it and I was like, oh my god, I could broadcast? I don't know why. They changed something or whatever. Used to be I would try to go live on Instagram in this house and it would always say the same thing. Not connecting. Nobody's watching. Not connecting. And today it connected instantly. No idea what the fuck happened. So since I can do that, I'm going to do it because I like it. There was a lot of people there. And they were all talking to me and they were giving me hearts. And we were having conversations and shit, man. It's great. They're all chatting with me, man. They're answering questions and asking me questions and everything, man. There's full on interaction. You know, Jay Hood came in there. Gotta go to bed. What? What do you mean you gotta go to bed? You don't gotta go to bed. You ain't going nowhere, Trendy Orca. Orcas don't sleep. They swim all night. No. You ain't going nowhere. I got my bong right here, which says to me, Trendy Orca is staying here for the whole show. You know, I don't know why the fuck you think you need to go to sleep. You need to take more naps, obviously. Like me. You know, today I was depressed. I curled up in the fetal position, and I fucking slept. My dog didn't even join me. I was in that bed for hours, bro. I was just so depressed today. I just don't want to deal with shit anymore, man, you know? It's not like things have gotten out of hand or anything. It's just that my emotional state has become traumatized. And I'm just having a hard time getting through. You know, I'm just sitting here looking at the fucking walls, man, not wanting to do anything. Bottom of the hour, good idea. No Larry Garden cannabis. Cannabis is a tis for all. Cheers. Smoke rings in this vicinity, right here, in this general area. Post-harvest blues. Yeah, man, maybe that's what it is. I don't have to fucking work anymore. Never thought of it like that. Oh, God, fucking Fauci. No, no, no. Fuck this guy. Fuck Fauci. Fucking douchebag. I don't want to hear a word that motherfucker has to say. He don't get to talk to me anymore. Yeah, you don't get to fucking talk to me anymore, you motherfucker. Fuck you. How about that? South Park special pokes fun at anti-vaxxers. Well, you know, because the guys that write South Park are intelligent. Hey, if you think the guys that write the cartoon South Park are intelligent, you've seen all the garbage they've put out on South Park. But if you think those two guys are intelligent, give me a 1 in the chat. How many 1s can I get in the chat? Yeah, they're pretty intelligent guys, aren't they? The guys that write South Park? Huh. They don't like you if you're anti-vax. They don't like you. Yeah. So everybody who's anti-vax out there, they should know that. That show that you've been watching for years that you love the way they make fun of all the famous, all the political people and all the famous, and you know, you sit there and you laugh and you laugh. Yeah, now they're making fun of you, anti-vaxxers, on South Park. And there's only 6, I've only got 6 audience members in here. Only 6 of you. You know why? Because as soon as I said South Park is making fun of anti-vaxxers, some of them left. Ha ha ha. I'd rather be with 6 smart people. And fuck all the other anti-vaxxers. Fuck you motherfuckers. Go on. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking cocksuckers. God damn it. They got butthurt. They got butthurt. Well, as soon as they found out that the guys from South Park don't like them either. Kristen's like, bye, little bitches. Hippie Chick says, I'm having a delay on my typing A. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 1s. 4 out of 8 people. All right, well, let me tell you something. The guys who write South Park are really intelligent. You might think that it's just vulgarities, but most of their shows have different levels of understanding. And, you know, if you're a typical lowbrow and you're just going to take it at face value, you're going to get a lot of humor and a lot of entertainment value out of it. But then if you're a more intelligent person, you know, and you watch that show, you'll realize they're actually referring to other things. And they're using a lot of symbolism. In fact, South Park is almost 1000% symbolism. And once you get that, once you realize that the thing that you're looking at stands for something else, and then you realize what that something else stands for. It doesn't matter if it stands for a person, a group, a mentality, a narrative, right? At that point, you become intelligent too. And then you get the other levels of humor that come with that. Some of you get that, and that's great. That's what South Park's all about. You know, if you're blinded by the vulgarities, you don't deserve to get the fucking message. That's exactly how I feel about this show. Now, if you can't handle my abusiveness, my nature, the words that I say, and whatever, then you don't deserve to hear my message. You're not strong enough person to even live the message that I preach. You'd never make it under my fucking standards. You'd never fucking make it. And, you know, sorry. And I guess, you know, for some people, the situation you're given, whatever, it's understandable. But don't be mad at me because of your fucking situation. That's not my fucking fault. I'm just trying to help folks that I can fucking help. And if I can't help you at all, well, then maybe at least you'll get a laugh. And isn't that helping you in one form or another? Hi, Noli. Thank you. I love you too. Thank you. David Forsyth, thank you. Chris, hello. You know? This is great when it's just a small group of people. There's no one in here trolling and everybody's just getting along and having fun. And then I can just spout my fucking nonsense and you guys can latch on to what you want and ignore what's offensive. And that's perfect, man. That's the way it should be. You know, I'm here doing some processing. I got issues and I'm processing through the issues today. Had just a down kind of day, man. Just kind of depressed. Didn't feel like being around people. Just depressed, man. Sometimes it's chemical. You know, sometimes there's no explanation for it. And a lot of times there's nothing that anybody can do to get you out of it. You know, a friend of mine said something to me today and kind of cheered me up a little bit. And it reminded me of something that I said to someone when they said they were depressed. Focus on the fact that you're not experiencing any physical pain. I wasn't. I was laying there in bed all curled up, you know, on my side. Like a little wee baby. A wee baby. And I sat there and I realized, I was like, I'm not feeling any pain at all right now. I was like, I'm in no pain physically. But, you know, depression hurts mentally. And even though I could think about that I had no physical pain, I was still in pain, you know? SG in crypto. Social good. I will, Jacob. Social good. Social good. I'll make a note of that, bro. I'll actually write it down. Social good. I know. I saw what you said on the last live stream, bro. I want you guys to know I do listen to what you say. Social good. Kind of like pick it up. Hashtag pick it up. Social good. You know, go pick up garbage. Make a video. Inspire others to do it. Make the world cleaner. Man, my county's gotten so much cleaner since I started picking up garbage myself. You know, I kind of stopped doing it for a few years, but I've seen a whole bunch of other people doing it. Groups of people getting together and picking up garbage. Thank you, Nolidi. You'd say Gesundheit. Good health. I don't believe in blessings. You helped me when I was depressed. Hippie chick. Did I? Thank you, Nay. G. Social good pick up. Pick it up. But that's good enough. Thank you, Jacob Ravel. Love the mask, bro. So Badass Brad, you guys remember we were live one day and I had tweeted at this guy, Badass Brad, on Twitter. And he came into the fucking live show and freaked me out because he's got a lot of followers on Twitter, right? He fucking put up a picture of himself wearing a shirt today supporting Colin Kaepernick. It said, taking a knee doesn't hurt, doesn't kill anybody. Or no one ever got murdered from taking a knee, or something like that. And it shows Colin Kaepernick kneeling, you know, with his football helmet off. Boobies to all you, the boobies. Her. Okay, Noli. I think I'm with you there. I keep cutting off my thoughts. Nice. You mean you keep hitting enter before you send a chat? You keep cutting off your chat? Where was I? What was I talking about? I forgot the story I was telling you guys. You haven't been drinking. Okay. Okay, boobies. I said that and it triggered my Google. Isn't that fucking hilarious? I said, okay, boobies. Oh, it's learning. Oh, so Google has learned what boobies are. Way to go. Colin Kaepernick, thank you. So, Badass Brad on Twitter, guys, he put up a picture of himself wearing that shirt. You want to know how many fucking retweets he's got? And you guys, I'm just saying, he knows me. He's come in here. He's come in the chat and said hi, and we kind of interviewed him. He's interviewed Mike Tyson. He actually showed us a link to his Mike Tyson interview. But I digress. I retweeted it, so I'll be able to find it really, really fast. Do nihilists even exist? All right, Badass Brad. Check this out, man. I love this guy. So, there he is, right? He put up a picture of him wearing that shirt. Dude, Badass Brad's tweet has 24,700 likes and 3,400 retweets. $639 comments. Let's zoom in on that picture of Badass Brad. He's ex-military. That's what I love about this. Badass Brad. You guys could tweet this at him if you wanted to. Maybe he'd come in the show. If you tweet this at him right now, he is his @ handle is @BadBradRSR. I'll put it in the chat. @BadBradRSR. Ringside Report. That's because he's a boxer reporter. He reports on boxing. So it's Bad Brad Ringside Report. You guys should all check him out on YouTube. Check out he's interviewed Mike Tyson. He's come into our chat and had a whole fucking conversation with us one day. And this guy's he's huge on Twitter. Because he said something about the fact that he was military. But he was, I can't remember what it was. Maybe he was anti-war, or it was a pro-First Amendment thing or something that I supported. And I made a comment to him on his Twitter. And I think we had some kind of a correspondence or something on Twitter, and he ended up coming into the show. I just can't remember what the exact what the topic was. Dude, I've had indigestion today. I've had heartburn today so bad. Oh my God. Fucking had to take a pill earlier. I took my other pills. I'm on double heartburn meds right now. Anyhow, that's a cool shirt. It's all from the butter in food yesterday. Really? Because I eat extra butter on my I eat extra butter on my food. I put extra butter on my other food too. I put butter on your food too. I'm horrible. I'm a butter fiend. Hippie chick tweet sent. Oh, thank you. Maybe Brad will show up. Feel free to tweet at BadBradRSR, everybody. He's never too busy, it seems. You know, he's a giver, man. He's a nice guy. And if he's got time and he's not doing anything and he sees we're live, man, he'll fucking pop in. He's a keep it real kind of guy. So much butter already. You warned me? Oops. It was worth it, Kristen. It was worth every fucking bite, and I'm going to keep eating it. I still have plenty left, you know, of everything. I made sure to save the green beans. I love the green beans, too. So used to green bean casserole. For once, it's nice just to have green beans. You know? It's a nice change. Hey, Iceman. Hey, give me 1 second here, buddy. Give me 1 second. I can see it. You guys can see me in the reflection here. Hold on 1 second. I gotta get off camera. 1 second. All right, now I'm off camera. I got issues, man. I got issues. Don't you worry about my issues. I got some. I'm dealing with them. Dealing with all my issues as we speak, right? Don't get your panties in a wad. I'm dealing with goddamn issues. Everybody just calm down. Everybody just calm down. God damn it. Ugh. What are we doing, dabs? What are we, dabs in the air? Look at this. Shut up, get the bills off the screen. Nobody wants to see the bills. Move those. Seymour, yo. How do you feel about the new COVID? How do I feel about the variant? I'll tell you, that's a good question. How do I feel about the new COVID variant? Chris Redgepick. I love it when you guys ask me interview questions. Please keep that up. I will answer them, all right? I told you guys that this was going to happen months ago. And every so often, I re-mentioned it on the live stream. I said, you guys watch. All these motherfuckers that are running around, saying they need their freedom. We need our freedom. We could have dealt with this 2 years ago and been done with it in 2 weeks. It could have been gone forever in 2 weeks. 2 years later, here we are, exactly where I said we would be. I prophesized all of this. It doesn't make me smart or intelligent or godlike. I wish it did, but it doesn't. You know what it did? You know why I did that? I was just looking at the stats, at the COVID numbers, and listening to the news and the reaction, just even people in my audience. And I was just putting all that together, just like working on crypto. You take all of the facts, what you hear, what's going on, the news, everything. You add it all together and you do this, right? That's all I was doing with COVID, man. I'm not a goddamn scientist. I'm not smart. But I knew that it was going to happen. I felt really strongly in my heart. And most importantly, I said it over and over and over again. I warned my audiences repeatedly. Any chance I got, I told you guys, watch your backs. I was like, get a vax. Consider it, at least because you'll get some sort of protection, and the science proves it. This is only going to get worse. If we keep doing this, it's going to go into the mutant, and we know it's already done it. And I said, that's not going to stop, and we're just going to keep doing it until we create the next Ebola fucking virus. And I said, and then you're all going to wish you got those fucking vaccines. And I warned you, but hey, man, don't listen to me. Listen to Rage Against the Machine. Oh, don't listen to Rage Against the Machine. Listen to the fucking guys over there at South Park. Okay? Take it from everyone you trust and you love. Or don't. And as the rest of us survive, it literally wipes out all of the stupid people in this massive IQ test of death. Take this IQ test. And if you get it wrong, you die. Okay. Well, the world becomes the opposite of the movie Idiocracy. The world becomes the opposite of the movie idiocracy. Think about that. Instead of the world being full of a bunch of fucking idiots, it just gets filled up with intelligent people. Because all the idiots fucking die off. That's natural selection. And that's exactly what's happening. Man, if you don't believe me, I highly recommend you watch my brand new favorite segment on the internet of all time. I love watching it now. I go out of my way to watch these. I will literally eat a meal and watch this. Meet the Idiots, I think it's called, right? What's it called? Meet the Cove Idiots? I don't know what he calls it. Wait, I'm going to find it for you right now. You guys are going to love these. He does them all the time now. It's Cult of Dusty. All right, watch this. It's called Meet the Victims, Part 13. Meet the Victims, Part 13, man. Let's go back to Part 12. Let's go back to Part 12. Here, check this out. Meet the Victims, Part 12. Meet the Victims, Part 12. You guys, I'm telling you, I'm not celebrating this. I'm not celebrating this. I'm promoting it, and I'm telling you that I love to watch this. Okay? Listen. It's not nice to derive humor from the suffering of other people. But in this specific case, when their suffering was a result of something that they were choosing to do that puts you at risk personally, and it does. On a mass scale, it puts you at risk personally. When people are making these horrible decisions, you can't help but appreciate what I'm about to show you. And let me tell you something. Dusty does it better than anybody. He nails this shit. So let's smoke this dab and listen to this. I think you're really going to appreciate this.
Meet the Victims, where we take a look at conservatives who spread anti-vax memes and then died of COVID-19. Meet Jeff and Christy Gow, 52 and 49. She was a registered nurse, folks. Here's the sad part about this story. This guy's daughter and her stepdaughter was literally sick from COVID. Very sick and in the hospital. And got better. And went out and told everybody, please, get fucking vaccinated. Do not let this happen to you. She was even featured on CNN and put out this video to warn people.
My name is Lindsay Goff. I'm a 2015 graduate of the University of Kentucky and a Kentucky native. I'm currently serving as a sports anchor and reporter in Savannah, Georgia. I'm also a COVID-19 survivor. Just days after my 27th birthday, while covering the PGA Tour on Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, I contracted COVID-19. After quarantining, I started experiencing severe abdominal pain. I went to the emergency room and was told that my appendix had ruptured because my body was trying so hard to fight COVID-19.
No longer organic cannabis. Cannabis is a tip for all. Top of the hour. Cheers, Ice.
My appendix and part of my colon in the COVID ward, fighting this disease and recovering from surgery. And now, some 40 days later, I'm still preparing to go back to work as I recover from this disease. Please take it seriously, socially distance, wash your hands, and be careful. And most importantly, wear your mask and go Cats.
So, Hero, doing the right thing, trying to warn people. A lot of times I like to blame family members for not doing whatever they can to make their dead loved ones get vaccinated before they die. But I can't fault her for this, because clearly she did everything she could. She tried to get her dumbass dad or her stepmom to get vaccinated. But as their daughter was fighting for her life from COVID, they were still posting anti-vax nonsense. Here's Jeff Gausch. He posted, "Sure, I'll take the vaccine. Just mail it to me. My health and safety is too important to show up in person."
Hey, man, feel free to tweet this at Dusty. He might be live right now, but still, feel free to tweet it at him.
Just like mail-in voting. You know, safe, secure, and honest. So just mail it to me. I'll give myself a shot and send the paperwork back saying I'm vaccinated. You all trust me, right? Smiley face. You're so funny. Dead motherfucker says what? Then his daughter was posting on Facebook too, doing whatever she can to try to encourage her family to get vaccinated. She posted, "I got my vaccination. Stop the spread and walk in COVID-19 vaccine today." So good on her. She was doing her part. But while she was posting that, he was firing back with memes like, "It's not the government's job to protect my health." It is. It's the government's job to protect my rights. Yes, and the rights of others not to get sick from fucking plague rats like yourself.
Plague rats.
It's my job to protect my health. When you take liberty for safety, you end up losing both. Hey, you know what you lost? Both. Because when you die, you don't have any liberty, you don't have any safety, you don't have fucking anything, Jeff. Then she reports that her stepmom died. Didn't listen. She tried to tell you guys. His daughter posted, "Today we laid my stepmom to rest after a very tough battle with COVID-19. My dad is still fighting this thing and wasn't able to be there. If you are on the fence about getting the vaccine to protect yourself and loved ones, let this be your sign. Tell people you love them." And the next thing you know, yep, her dad dies too. Today, I lost my dad to COVID-19. I didn't make it home in time. I'm still in disbelief, honestly. So, yep, she did everything she could, and it's very sad. Good on you, Lindsay. I'm sorry your father and your stepmom did not listen to you. But hopefully everybody else will learn from their mistakes and get vaccinated. Because Jeff Gausch, 52, Christy Gausch, 49, belly up, bing bong, and meet Michelle Hoover, 54, who was a med tech in radiology. And this is kind of a sad story too, because clearly this woman had very serious mental illness. So she was a believer in all these wild conspiracy theories. I don't know, maybe she was a con artist who was making all this stuff up to try to make money. But she claimed a lot of things like the Illuminati raped her when she was younger and forced her to have 3 kids that they took from her. And she also claimed, I'm going to read it to you in a minute, that she was one of Hillary Clinton's sex slaves. But one of her family members posted after she died that she was born without a uterus, so literally didn't have any kids. She just made it all up. But of course, she was posting all the usual anti-vax memes that are getting these idiots killed, like, no thank you. I will not join the aborted fetal tissue DNA destroying experimental vaccine cult. But you know what you will join? You will join the Darwin Award winners. People who died fucking stupidly for no reason. Then she posted, I trust Dr. Seuss more than I trust Dr. Fauci. Yeah, well, guess what? You will not be alive in a house.
Is he gonna rhyme now?
You will not be alive with a mouse.
Oh, fucking A, dude. So, look, his rhetoric right here, I don't know. He already got 1 strike. For misinfo, he has to run a goddamn disclaimer on the screen when he's talking about this shit. But they're probably going to get me, too, on my little channel. So I probably have to stop with that specific thing. Man, I got this freaking heartburn. Oh, my goodness gracious. I have to take another antacid. It's fucking crazy. It's my second one. Restream chat. No. Where's my camera at? I can't even think right now. There we go. I couldn't think. You like Cult of Dusty? Yeah, me too. He's fantastic. He's fucking... And you're gonna love this. He's a cat shelter in Texas. So at the end of every show... He has hey, he might be live right now. He has this thing called Kitty Party. He feeds all the cats and he names them all and shit. Because he takes donations to help house the cats. So, I don't think he's live right now. But it looks like the freaking Oracle is live. Freaking Oracle! Freaking Oracle! Are you live? Are you live, freaking Oracle? Are you watching this and are you live? Is Candace here too? Or are you guys doing your own thing? I thought I saw you in here. I don't know why I'm thinking I saw you in here. But if you're not in here, I'll click on your show right now. Okay. Maybe he's doing his own thing right now. Let's see. Freaking Oracle. Yeah, he's live. Wait, they're live.
Half of the cats is not really good for them, though.
What's that?
That milk is not super good for their digestive system.
All right.
I wouldn't think so. Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
I gotta tell him.
Yeah, so one of those things, because I know that a lot of people who've given that milk to their kittens find their kittens have got a little bit, little runny. Probably should have said that just as you started to drink.
I said Oracle with an A.
Well, maybe it's meant to be used for the kitten when it's very young, like if something happens to the mother or the mother abandons the cats, kind of thing.
I think
Are they
I
talking
think
about?
you'll find some cats. It's fine. They're
talking
just
about cats.
They love milk, but
We were talking about cats.
usually just
They're talking about
regular-
cats?
Regular food. Well, according to my vet, she's like, give your cat a little bit of wet food every day, and then just leave her with dry food the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And that tends to be the best combination for her digestive system. So, and she's done well, and she's a good cat. She's very photogenic normally.
Yeah. I've seen your posts there where you took photos there and put them up on your Facebook.
Oh yeah. My Facebook.
I'm
has
drinking
tons of
coffee. That's
pictures
not
of
helping
her
my
on.
heartburn, is it?
And now she's already settled in. She's just had her treats, so she's just gonna
AGC.
for a little bit.
AGC. AGC, what's up,
Oh,
son?
and we got Nays in the house. You know what? Throw him a link. He'll come on.
I got you.
Hey, Nate, what's going on?
I got you in the house.
Friggin' Candace and friggin' Oracle.
Freaking Candace and freaking
I'm gonna just
Oracle.
stay as Candace because the friggin' Oracle has the.
I've got the freaking. I got the
He's copyrighted to it. Yeah, copyright. Just. But yeah.
He's got the freaking. So we're all
Kinda
just
cool.
chilling.
Maybe Nate wants to jump on. If you want to throw him the link.
I was just gonna do that.
Yeah.
He sent it to me. He usually sends me stuff on
I'd be
Twitter.
surprised if Nate didn't jump on.
Yeah. Hey, look what I got. Da-da-da.
Fisherman's friend.
Cherry.
I love them.
Sugar
I
free.
love them.
Wow, man.
I like the I really like just the original.
Two
That
teaspoons,
nasty taste. I don't know why. I
ounce
just
of
like it when
water.
I'm driving and
Baking
I'll
soda
stay
water will
baking
cure
my
your
mouth
heartburn
a
instantly. A
bit.
little burping with it, but wow.
Well,
Way salty
Fisherman's
also.
Friend works really well if you do have like a sore throat or anything.
Teaspoons.
Yeah, I use that
With
Buckley's
2 ounces of
mucus,
water.
too.
Oh.
I get sick.
Buckley's. It tastes bad, but it works.
It does though. It works for me, anyways. It works very well.
This is it. This is the practice sponsor channel.
Yeah, I know.
I wonder
But
if
it's got to be the mucus kind. You got to get the mucus kind because then it relieves the chest at the same time. It's like drinking liquid
he
Vicks.
sent me the link.
Yeah.
It sucks. Like it'll catch your breath. It'll take your breath away as soon as you put it in your mouth. But
He sent me the link on
it
StreamYard.
works good, though.
There we go. I mean, he sent me the link to StreamYard from. Hold on.
Fisherman's friends there, Riley. Yeah. Good.
Let me close this. Not on Twitter.
Okay, so Dave has a question here.
Enter
I get a
studio.
lot of time lag on YouTube channels when I comment. Like, does it like sort of go to the funny little circle thing? I'm not after you've made the comment, after you hit submit? Dave. So when you make a comment, because if that's the case, Dave, just if you finish the video, just go up and hit the YouTube thing at the top and get out of that lag because it should have already recorded the video. And we got Nays in the house, folks.
Hello. How are y'all? As we say from Southern
Pretty
America.
good.
I'm just gonna make you guys full screen here as soon as I find the full screen thing. Is there? Yeah, there it is. Great. So, you guys have been live for 2 hours. Have you already discussed the whole crypto space tonight?
Sure. We've discussed everything.
What were
Yeah.
anything that was really stood out as a talking point that you guys covered? Was there anything like the dump today, the stock market crash, the dump?
We didn't
of-
talk anything about that.
Did you?
Yeah, we didn't really get into that crash so much. We were actually talking more altcoins.
Did you talk about the
and
way?
metaverse and
Did you talk about the way they all dumped today? The way they're in a huge dip.
well, they're just following Bitcoin for the most part. But we did actually talk about how they're behaving a lot like an IPO type situation.
And I mentioned to Candace about you and I having that late night the other night there, and how you want to get into some type of the metaverse parcels to stream your show in it somehow. You know, I mentioned that to her as well, that you're really interested in.
Yeah, the $4,000 piece of land you mentioned.
Do you know what I did? I went to Somnium. You guys familiar with that one?
I think you were on that, weren't you, that night?
Yeah.
I bookmarked something.
I went to
Is that the one?
Somnium.
Okay.
And they could actually put a player in there. It's really easy. I was working with the builder, because I just wanted to see how hard it was to build a theater. Bro, you don't even need to build a fucking theater. All you literally can just put a player right in the middle of the goddamn property, and it could be like a drive-in theater where people just walk up and see a huge screen that's on your property. You don't even have to build a building. It's so cool. That would be so simple on just, I think now any, whether it's Decentraland or it's going to be, or Wilder World or anything that's got a modern, because of course if you're going to go to one, you know, it's like ancient something or whatever, they're not going to have, they're probably not going to have digital stuff just to try to keep the vibe. I don't know. But on all the futuristic ones, man, everybody's going to have video screens. So it's it's one click away, and you guys could be in there, and we could literally go to Oracle's show, and then go to Tim and Nancy's show, and go to Candace's show, and have little theaters for each show where people could go down an aisle like in a movie theater, and like, I'm going to go watch this, or I'm going to go watch that. Now, what I was able to do was put up a link to an already posted video, but I wasn't able to do it to a live stream. But I'm sure that is just a code decimal away. You know, I'm sure it's probably already done. I'm sure that Snoop Dogg is live streaming to his fans, and that, you know, I'm sure these people are already live streaming.
There was an article about Will Smith getting in the metaverse too, wasn't there?
Didn't you send that to me? Somebody sent that to me.
I think it was Tim Dancher who sent that.
Yeah, Tim sent that.
Because I think, yeah. Now, I didn't get a chance to read the article yet. I just bookmarked it for later.
I loved Tim's tweet, the way he said, now here's a little story I'd like to tell, you know, or however that thing starts out. It was so funny.
Yeah. Because, yeah, I know that, I think you retweeted that, Nay.
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure I did.
Yeah.
And that's funny, is today's been so messed up, man. I don't know what I tweeted and retweeted. I was all over Twitter.
That makes sense. I mean, it was for people who are fairly new to crypto, it probably was a scary day because, you know, there was a lot of red.
Did you say was? So let's go there, okay? Let's go there. I'll pull up the chart.
Well, I believe it's still there. I believe it's still pretty scary. I'm not going to say it's not.
Yeah. There you go. There's the 24-hour chart on Bitcoin there at the top, and it's got the 1 minute chart that's stretched out it to probably 8 hours or so on the bottom. And what I've been watching all day is this right here. Just all day it was doing this, just slowly climbing up, slowly climbing up, slowly climbing up, slowly climbing up. And now, you know, and I just found this out. Someone told me this yesterday or 2 days ago. They're like, yeah, at nighttime, the market slows down, and in the daytime it picks back up. And I'm like, I'm going to have to start basing my trades on that information.
I was the one who told you that.
Yeah. It's good info. It's good to know because it's true, and I think that's an important thing that people should see that.
Yeah,
you know?
But it is true though, because crypto is 24/7, but it is It's more busier during our daytime versus over in Asia. You know, it just is. Even though there's over 1 billion people over there, it's still the daytime. Daytime is.
Yeah, I mean, and China's got a lot of that billion of people already banned, so.
Exactly.
You know.
Well, what I see going on there is an uptick when I believe those markets just opened up 15 minutes ago. And literally on the chart, you can see the last 15 minutes, it's made a turn back up. So, over the long haul, watching Bitcoin recover and watching the market recover, it was bad for me personally because I had this big issue with the banks, with a check that bounced. Did you guys hear about this? Candace, are you aware of what happened?
I didn't hear.
Okay, great. So I'll tell you. This is really interesting. So I had to write a check to pay off a credit card, and the check You know, I wasn't write a check. I was making an electronic payment, and it was like $13,000 or $14,000 credit card payment. So I get paid, and I got all this money, and the very first thing, my priority, is I'm going to pay that credit card bill. That's my very first thing I got to do. So I send the payment off. And then I send the payment off, and I'm feeling good, and I'm looking at my bank account, and I'm like, I start playing the market a little bit. I'll get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. A couple of expenses came up. Next thing you know, I get an email or some kind of a message or something, and it said, this is a return check. You got a return check notice. And I'm like, let me check out what this return check notice is, because I never get those. You know, what the fuck is this all about? Sure enough, it's the freaking $13,000, $14,000 payment. And I'm like, you know, what had happened was I had sent it out on a Friday, and the payment didn't go through. And the first payment, or I sent it out on a Thursday, and the first payment didn't go through. And then the second time, I saw that it didn't go through. So I sent it again, and that one took 5 freaking days. And in 5 days, I'd spent too much money in the account. So my account had gotten underneath, you know, 13,000 or whatever, and the check came through. Bounced. Charged me $30 because that's what banks do. They punish you when you don't have enough money in your account by taking more of your money out of your account. Because banks, I don't want to curse on your live stream, bro, but banks are the lowest of the low. And
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Do you know what video I made yesterday?
no, tell me, Candace.
It was a video on unbanking.
And what were you saying about banking?
Well, it was unbanking. It was basically, there's ways up here in Canada using some of the services that are available to get out of all of the traditional banks so you're not paying all those crap load of fees. So that was what I had done a video about yesterday. It's just that your problem is exactly what I was talking about. Like,
Transferring,
that's what we don't want to have happen.
transferring money and having it held up, and then getting penalized.
Just fees in general. But that's one of them. I mean, there's
In Canada, compared to the United States, when I send a check on a Friday, it freezes up because it has to go through our Federal Reserve. Are you guys based out of our Federal Reserve as well?
no.
So,
So what happens here is it takes just as long. So if I wanted to pay something by check, I would give the person a check, and for the first, I might be lucky to see that come out within 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's usually like a 7-day hold.
Yeah.
what's
So
the
there's a big
point of
hold on
that?
it.
What's the point of that?
There's no point. It's, I'll tell you why it happens, because obviously the bank wants
To make
to
interest
hold
off your
that
money. Yeah, and make interest off your money. They
Of
want
course.
to make money off of your money. Hey, I'm going to say it
Well,
right
of
now.
course they
These
do.
motherfuckers. Sorry. I'm sorry. I had to say it.
That's okay. Hey,
Look,
that's okay.
Celsius
That's
says the
okay.
banks are not your friend, but go on, Candace.
No, and that's exactly what they do. So they're also just nickel and diming. Like, you take my bank account, just my regular account, I pay $16.95 every month just to have the account. Doesn't matter if I do anything. If I do nothing for an entire year in my account, I still got to pay them $200. That adds up.
Oh,
And that's kind of
yeah.
the whole thing. Like I'm saying is that there are options. Like, we have some banks here that they're not your main banks, but they're your offline banks, where you can set up an account and have no fees, nothing. You just don't have all the bells and whistles that your traditional banks have, but you have none of the fees. So there's ways to work around so that you don't have to even deal with traditional banks.
Yeah.
That's what the video was about.
Nice.
I had, this is a good one. I had an account with Bank of Montreal, and I had $10 in my savings account, so there was no monthly fee because it was just saving. And they charged me 50 cents a month for the statement to be printed and mailed to my house, and there was no way for me to unsubscribe to that. They took my $10. 50 cents a month at a
stupid.
time.
And I mean, and you're lucky that
That was
after
a
that $10,
Yeah.
see, and you're lucky because after that $10 is gone, they could have still kept on charging you. And next thing you know, you'll get a collection agency showing up saying, "Oh, you owe us $20."
Yeah, no, they took my money and they sent me a letter saying that my account was inactive for like 6 months and there's a zero balance. They went ahead and they canceled my account. I was like,
That's
"Oh,
smart.
thanks."
Well,
Fucking thanks.
my story keeps going because where I'm at right now is, so the company that I'm paying off this credit card, they say that I paid off the credit card. They're going to hit my bank account again, which still doesn't have enough money to pay that thing, right? I'm going to get another bounce check fee unless I get the cash in. And because of this, I'm not pulling any crypto out. Binance.us locked up $8,000 of mine. So that would have been enough to cover this. And Binance.us has fucked me and holding on to my money. I can't get it out of there. But on all my other accounts, I could get the money out. But because of this, because everything is dropped right now, I don't want to take anything out. Basically, the only thing I really want to take out is Ethereum or Bitcoin. And they're in no position for me to pull. You know, I just don't want to do it yet. So what's going to happen is I'm going to get another $30 bounce check fee, then probably another $30 bounce check fee because they're going to do it again because they try 3 times to get your money. And every time the bank is going to penalize me. This is right, like you said, nickel and dime you, right? So not only that, but then my credit score is probably going to drop as well. Which I've got like flawless fucking credit. Probably not anymore. This is a nice ding on it, I'm sure. You so somebody in the chat just said, I just went through this with a savings account. Bad Blue Jaws. And Killer...
Yeah, see, how the fuck are you saving? Like...
Killer GB just said, Overland is a good option for buying land. Still a lot left and at reasonable prices. I wonder, how much does a piece of land cost, Killer GB? Let us know. Like, last one I saw this one... I think it was Somnium. I think you can get a piece of land for like $2,500 or something like that. So far, that's like the cheapest one I've seen for digital.
It was Somnium that we were talking about too, because I have it bookmarked. It was Somnium.
Yeah, and check with them as well, because a lot of these places that you can buy the land from, they'll let you put like billboard promotions ads up that you can actually earn some coins while you're doing that.
Right.
So that's always a good way to go if you can make some money at the same time.
What I'd like to do is put NFTs in there from my show. You know, pictures of my doggy doing something, or, you know, photograph of, I don't know, me in the Roxer, or doing a bong rip, you know, blowing smoke rings. That'd be a cool NFT. A JPEG image or a GIF image of me animated blowing smoke rings over and over again. That'd be a cool ass NFT, and I'd like to have those in an art gallery where near the theater. When you walk into the theater, you know, you see all the NFTs like that shit. And I've already been in places like that and seen it, where it's like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, some of the art galleries I went into were fucking amazing. I think you should have an art gallery where each thing is like a dimensional window that you touch like a mirror, like the Matrix. And you touch it, and then you can go into each piece of art and be inside each piece of art. Why not? You know,
that'd be cool.
They should have. They probably already have that shit. If you could think of that about it, it's probably already been done. You know, those fuckers, those goddamn engineers with their ideas.
There you go. You become the art.
The art is all around us. Man, so my buddy wanted to come over and cut trees down, and I was like, I can't do it right now, buddy. The market's down. I have no money right now. I told him what happened with the bank, and he was like, fuck banks. He's texting me about how much he fucking hates banks. I'm like, I know, man. Dude, Celsius has these t-shirts that says banks are not your friend. I love that. We should all have those shirts, man. We should be wearing those out. That's the best idea. People need to be told that. Banks are not your friend. Man, even the ones that you're talking about, I mean, how much interest can they give you on storing your money? And that's really what it comes down to, is how much interest can they give you?
they'll give you less than 1%, like significantly less.
The greatest one I saw on the internet was 0.5%, 0.5. The greatest online
We
bank.
have one bank up here in Canada called EQ Bank, and they actually give you 1.25%.
Wow. Do you have to have some sort
I
of?
know.
You got to have some kind of savings account too, or is there some kind of rules or?
Well, it is. I mean, no, it's a savings account. You just, but you drop your money in it. They just give you 1.25%. They pay it monthly.
That's like
there's no
three
fees,
times.
so it's like-
3 times the national American average of probably what banks are giving.
Oh yeah.
That's
exactly.
crazy.
That's why.
Or at least
That's why I
double.
keep my emergency money there, because it's at least earning something.
Right.
It's not. I mean, 1.25% is not taking care of inflation, but still, it's, in a year you're looking at, let's say you have $2,000 in there, you're looking at a good $720 or so. So it adds up really fast.
Okay, math time. You got $2,000 sitting in a Celsius account making 14% interest. What's that at the end of the year?
That's going to be a bit more. That's,
Good answer.
They're
give me a second here.
Celsius is doing USD right now 10%. So it's chained to the dollar. You don't have to worry about losing value. I don't have any stable coins on here actually, I don't think. I don't see anything at $1.
I used to stake $1,000 in USDT on Binance for 2.8%
So-
or something.
XRP
So on that
XRP
Celsius,
XRP is stable coin. It's 95 cents.
yeah, all right. So on that Celsius, you're looking at $280 a year. So my number was a bit high. I think I was talking about. I think I did the calculation on a larger number. I think I did it on like 20,000. But so you're looking at $280 a year just on that. But now keep in mind, every month you're getting that paid out, and if you're reinvesting that into it, it's going to be even higher because you're going to get the interest on that as well, the compounded interest.
Mm-hmm. That's where your fucking money is.
Well, that's where
Celsius,
the money
you guys,
comes from, is that compounded.
you guys, Celsius pays weekly.
Oh, well, then it's even better.
I'm saying. I mean, you're like,
Even better.
it's hard to compete with their deal, man. And if I showed you my synthetics right now, because synthetics just took a dump, and if you wanted to get some, listen, it's $7.69. People right now, if you're ever interested in getting getting synthetics and holding it in Celsius, and you had the money right now, look, and you wanted to get synthetics, I tell my audience this all the time, and I'm not kidding. Right now, synthetics is $7.70. It just went up from $7.69. Now it's $7.70. You're fucking crazy for not getting it right now. It's totally ready for you to get during this dip. You get 14% interest in your Celsius account, hodling that over there. Or if you don't feel comfortable with that, USD, 10%. Right now, 10 point something percent, I believe.
Right, and no cap either, right? No cap. You put as much in as you want.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Right now, I'm actually staking a Kava coin because it's giving me 20% on that.
Where at?
Kraken.
Oh, fuck, I hate Kraken. I had a
I
problem.
know you hate Kraken.
I had a problem. I had a problem with them.
But here's the thing, and not to discount your problem.
No.
but
Go ahead.
I can find somebody who's had a problem with every single exchange.
I know. Oh.
Because I know myself, I've had no problems with Kraken. It's been
good.
super easy, and anytime I've had to move money, it's been fast, quick.
Let me ask you this
But
question. How long did it take you to get registered with Kraken from the very start when you started the very first day? How many days until you have full? How many days did it take you?
I think it was less than 24 hours.
Okay, now check this out. I started with Kraken back when I started with crypto, so it was back in February, March. I just finally got fucking my thing. They finally approved my KYC. This was like a month ago. I told them they could go fuck themselves. I said, you guys lost millions of dollars from me because I will not do fucking business with you ever again. Fuck you. I was sending them messages. They're like, we'll get to you as soon as we can. They were responding. We'll get to you as soon as we can. I was like, well, you know, I'm going to find every other fucking exchange but you motherfuckers. Man, I got to tell you, this thing with Binance.us, it's the same thing. I've been messaging them for fucking 3-4 months over this bullshit. My account is locked. Oh, you know, I had to, there was a discrepancy over $4,000 or $5,000. I don't know what it was, you know, but they said, you have to pay us $4,000. I was like, okay, here's your $4,000. They're like, all right. I try to get my money out. Couldn't. It's like, your account's still locked. We'll send out a trouble ticket. Okay. Yeah. Send out another trouble ticket. Send out another trouble ticket. Send out another trouble ticket. I've done this like 7 friggin' times. I'm on the 7th run here waiting for a response. You know, so it's like, I will tell everybody I know to steer way fucking clear of Binance.us and steer way fucking clear of those fucking quacks at Quacken. I fucking hate them. So, you know, what they did to me, I was in touch with them. You know, and there was no reason for it. I don't know why you got in 24 freaking hours. That's awesome. It literally took me, you know, since fucking March.
But keep in mind, too, almost every exchange that I've registered with, I've gotten in pretty fast.
Yeah, me too.
I hear horror stories
they want you to spend your money. I mean, it's always pretty easy. I've never seen anything like this before. Every single exchange I ever wanted to get into, I got into. They were the only one. They kept messaging me back saying, we're working through this as quick as we can. And I was as patient as I could be. What can you do? Resubmit your shit? You know, how long ago did you get on with Kraken?
What, a year ago, roughly?
Yeah, so you got on before I did. You know, obviously. Before I tried to.
Yeah.
And something happened with them.
Maybe
they bit off more than they could chew.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and that might have been a situation where they just had way too many people that they, you know, than they had anticipated or were prepared for.
You would think, though, these companies are making so much money, they can afford extra people, so it's probably something technical, you know, that even more people can't.
Yeah, but keep in mind, too, while there were still supports in the air, a lot of people didn't even want to work. So they may have been having trouble even filling the jobs that they had.
One thing's for sure, they stayed in constant contact with me. Every time I messaged them, they messaged me back. I got vulgar with them. They asked me to please tone it down. I said, no, I'm not going to tone it down. I go, you guys are cocksuckers. I was so rude to them. I was like, oh man, I was so mad. So, you know, I was just like, once I do that, it makes it so much easier for me. I just move on. I'm like, okay, so I won't get the Kitty Inu or whatever the fuck, you know, is exclusive to them. And I'm okay with that. You know, I'm fine. Just move on to something else. There's so many options out there. Hey, let me ask you this.
Yeah, well,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Candace.
That's okay. Go ahead.
So, Oracle, do you have a service that you refuse to work with? That you've had a bad experience with, and you're just like, dude, I'm not going back with this shit.
BCAX, man. BCAX.
How do you?
BCAX.
BKEX. Okay, BKEX. BCAX.
Yeah.
What'd they do?
I sent. It's an exchange, man. I sent ETH to them, and that's where I bought my Satama.
Oh.
Way back when. And I had no problem getting my Satama. I sent it out to my MetaMask. Not a problem whatsoever. And then I seen that once it got on a certain exchange, that being BCAX was offering a higher price for it than what they were asking for on Uniswap. So I was like, oh, I can make myself a couple $100 doing this really quick. So I transferred it back to BCAX, and it got stuck in their system. I could see it. It would show that the transaction was complete, but then it would say,
not in your wallet.
What the hell? It was saying swapping coin for new or something like that. And it said it like that for like 3 days. And this is when that bag I had was worth $11,000. And like it was on that pump hitting the $11,000 mark. And I was typing to them, everything. I was like, you son of a bitch, just give me my fucking coins. What the fuck? And I'm like, I looked at the wallet and I can see it move from the wallet address you gave me into your main wallet so that you're staking it, getting all the reflections. I'm like, you guys have my coins. I can see it's moving.
They're making
what the
money
hell is this?
I mean,
my coin's pumping right now, and I need to have my hands on it. Took them 3 days to send it back to me. they said there was an issue with the blockchain and their software at that point in time, some kind of an issue, and they couldn't just rectify it by giving me those coins as a balance in my account. They just send it back to my fucking wallet. So then it cost me another fucking 2% to send it, plus gas fees. I was like, you son of a bitches.
You know what the title of tonight's video is on my channel?
Oh, what's that?
Issues.
Issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, the title on mine's Yum Yum Dip Some.
I know, I saw that. It was really funny. It was because I was eating celery and I was dipping it in Thousand Island dressing, and on the bottle it says use as a dip. I was like, oh, I'm dipping. And then I saw your show and I was like, yeah, dip. I was dipping. We're all dipping. Look at us, we're dipping.
When I was driving back to the shop today, I drove through a town called Watford, and they have a Chinese food restaurant there. So I was thinking of that all day. I was like, oh, dip some. Yeah, that sounds like Chinese food of some sort.
So let me ask Candace now. So Candace, you just forgive every corporation that screws you? Is that what your attitude is, or are there corporations out there?
I wouldn't say. Well, there's some corporations like McDonald's. Somebody once annoyed me at McDonald's, and I swore I would never go back, and I haven't. That was like 20 years ago.
What happened with McDonald's? What happened?
Oh, somebody, they gave me some fries and they're cold, like stone cold. So I brought them back up to the counter and I said, these are really, really cold. Is there anything you can do about it? She says, just a second. And then she brought some more fries over and she just threw them on my thing. Like they threw through the air. Some of them went flying to different parts of my tray. And I said to her, I'm never coming back to McDonald's again.
And you didn't.
And I never have.
You're not missing.
No, it's principle.
You're not missing anything. That is the best, healthiest decision you ever made in your entire life.
Probably.
Yes.
Absolutely. I mean, and now I'm at the point that I just would rather cook my own food.
I hate McDonald's. I do like their fries. I do enjoy their French fries. But their burgers, I do not enjoy them at all. I'd sooner go to Wendy's.
Wendy's. Yeah. No, I like all fast food. I don't really discriminate, but I stay away from almost all of it just to try to stay alive. I want to live longer.
Yeah.
So I'm looking up here.
Well, I say moderation here once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's not that bad for you.
Yeah, I try to indulge a little bit just to keep my my metabolism try to pump a little bit. I'm looking up at Bitcoin. It just went up to 54,600 for the first time in quite some time. So that is a point. It looks like it's hitting 600 is a little resistance there. Let's see if it'll get through again. That'll be great. If it gets over 600, I think it's going to keep going.
Yeah. Do you ever use the Ichimoku cloud?
What is that? I didn't even understand that.
The Ichimoku cloud is a band of resistance. That it's one of the indicators you can use on your charts, and it shows you a really good idea of where some of these resistance are huddled on the map, so on the chart. So if you look at your indicators when you go to your chart, just look for Ichimoku.
Okay, yeah, I think the chart that I use, I don't even know if it's got indicators on it. I've never really explored it to that extent. Let me see. Command bar, full screen, theme management. It's so basic. Module settings. Yeah, it's Coinbase Pro. Crypto Watch Desktop. It's very rudimentary. I was using some other software that was excellent, man. It had all of the tracking plugins, and you just click on them, and it's all right there. Fibonacci and the Elliott curve, and what is the one you called that you just said? That how do you say that again?
It's called Ichimoku.
Ichimoku?
Yeah.
There's so many. And
Ichimoku.
That's Ichimoku.
Well, I'll show it here to you in a second once Ken gets back and pulls up my screen.
Cool. Okay. Killer GB in the chat says Burger King is better. Like I said, I don't really discriminate against fast food, man. I go to McDonald's. I love all of it. I go to Burger King. I love all of it, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm a big fast food head.
When I was younger.
Man, the Burger
Hey,
King.
do you want to bring up my second screen there, Ken?
Oh, sure.
Because then I can show Nate the Ichimoku cloud.
Oh, hey.
The burger.
All right. So if you're
Yeah, go ahead.
So when you're looking at this red thing in here, so you got that whole red cloud, that's
Yes.
called the Ichimoku cloud. So when it's green, it's acting as support. When it's red, it's acting as resistance. So you can see right here, when Bitcoin came up, just before this big bust, it actually deflected off of this cloud. And that completely pulled it out of the channel, this is the bottom part of the channel. I have a bigger channel on the 1 day. And so it's now brought it back down here. So now as it comes back up, it's got to get through this cloud. But one of the good news is you'll notice how thick the cloud is here. You can see it gets a little bit thinner towards here. So if it comes up more of a slower up, it'll be better probability of breaking through right about there.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah, so it's just one of the tools that you can use when you're doing technical analysis. And the Ichimoku cloud tends to be a really pretty reliable one, I find.
Huh? Because it just seems so far away from the cloud for what are those 1 minute or those 4 minute?
This is 4 hours.
Maybe 4 hour.
This is the 4 hour candles.
4 hour. There's so many hours in that. Oh, I see the days below. Right, those are days. I gotcha. There's days and days where it was nowhere near that cloud.
Yeah, it's been down ever since it fell.
I mean, so I don't understand if it's so far away from it. How is that a gauge for you to tell anything when it's riding so far underneath that cloud? All it did was it touched it for just 4, 8, 12, for just 16 hours, and then that was it. And then the rest of the time it was just below it.
Give me a second here. Let me show you the 1 day candles. So when we go to the 1 day candles, you'll notice we have a different Ichimoku cloud because it's based on the candles.
Yes.
So when we go to the 1 days, you'll see this big orange channel in here.
Right.
So this big orange channel, this is a channel that Bitcoin has been in since all the way back here in June. And it's been moving in it perfectly for the longest time. And this is on the 1 day. So when we got here, you'll notice these little arrows. This was my prediction at the time, because if we'd stayed in the channel, we would have been looking at coming like this, and we would have been, by the end of the year, we would have been up around 90K. That would have been lovely. But we had this issue. And that issue is that we broke out of the channel. And that's down here. We broke down, and we've actually completely crashed down below.
So where's the bottom of the channel? Candace, where's the bottom of the channel? Is there?
My channel bottom has disappeared.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Be there. Give me a second.
I'd love to see that.
Let me put it back in. Boop. Go back to orange. And I'm going to use line. We're going to double the size. Here we go.
There we go.
So that one here comes in like this. So here's our bottom channel. So what's happened here is we were still within the channel up until this event that happened today. And just a second here, this here is accurately more.
Right, and then it punctured through.
And it broke through, and we've come down. So we had a close beneath the channel. Normally, this will invalidate the channel unless we go right back in which case this would be a big fake out. But now on the 1 day, we went through the Ichimoku, and the bottom of it looks like it's starting to act like, if we bring it in here a little bit, you'll notice the bottom of the Ichimoku is acting as support right now for us. So this is what's good about the 1 day. The 1 day is much more bullish because we've got a green Ichimoku cloud, so this tends to be support. Because what the 1 day is telling us is that we should be above this. We should be up in here, which is where these arrows are.
Right.
So this is what should happen, is we should be heading back up in here, and it should happen fairly quickly. Now, keep in mind, we're looking at, whoops, don't want to move that. We're looking at the 1 day, so when you look at the dates down here, let's bring this down. So we're looking at probably
4 hour.
Yeah, well, this here is 1 day.
Okay.
So this is a 1 day.
Okay, I was like,
each line is 1 day. So this is tomorrow is right here, and then the next day. So it's probably gonna take until if we go back in the channel. I figure we won't be back in it unless something big happens, but probably won't be back in it until early in the week if we recover. Now, some of the good news is that we also have right around 52. So right around this level in here, there's actually a lot of resistance in the 52 area. So right in here, there's a lot of resistance. So even if we did break down, there's a good chance we would stop around 52 and then bounce back up.
yeah,
This would still be support, so that would be good for us. Even if we did drop down to 52, the actual momentum from that, because 52 is a strong level of support, the actual momentum could actually propel us right back into the channel nice and easily. But that's all we need to do is get back into that channel and keep moving along this channel. And if we do that, we're going to be good. We probably won't hit the 90K by the end of the year, but we might be able to get up to 80K. Or at the same time, keep in mind, if we were to get a big institutional investment that pops in, because that's one of the things that could propel
Candace,
really.
Candace, will you do me a favor? Will you move the bottom
What's
of that?
that?
Move the bottom of that channel down to where the current 52K mark is at the moment.
All right, well, give me a second.
On the current day, the bottom.
Let me move this one here.
The bottom line of the channel. You've got it.
All right. Well, this here, the one going across. That's 52 right there. Now these here channels they're diagonal because this is.
I know, and I wanted to know if you would bring that way down to where 52 is at the current. Yeah, keep going, right there. Look up.
Well, right there. Okay.
Yeah, look at it right now. So the way
But here's the.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, here's the problem though. When you look at it that way, if you were to go down here, you'll notice we don't actually have any of the confirmations on this channel line. That's why it's not there, because none of these there's no supports touching it. There's nothing to
bring it up to those bounce points. Bring it up just a little.
When we bring it up to these, up.
Yeah, right there.
And right about there.
Yeah.
Then you'll see we're once again, we're still at that
That's
point.
fine. That's fine. It broke through, but I think that you you set that line so thin that I think you kind of limit the scope of where I think it's gonna go, because what we just experienced with this new variant is coming out, right?
Right.
And what it did to the stock market, and in turn what happened with crypto, and I think it's just a hiccup, and boom,
right.
You're back inside.
Just to clarify though, I mean, it wasn't just the variant. There was also a lot of FUD from coming out of the China stuff and and the stopping some of the stocks, the Chinese stocks. So that there was a whole bunch of things all pulling together. I think the variant was more or less the the needle that broke the camel's back.
Right.
But doesn't really matter. It was still a black swan, and it still caused this breakage out. But that's the good thing, is that the fact that we're recovering so quickly, because we've already got, you can sort of see we've already built on this new candle here. We've got a good amount of green already developing. So chances are we're going to get back in that candle. Things are going to be okay.
Can you swap it to a 4 hour from there?
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, I see. There it is.
Yeah, see the 4 hour, it looks a little bit worse because we've got the red Ichimoku cloud, but keep in mind, the longer the time frame, so the 1 hour is more accurate than the 4 hours. 4 hours more accurate than the 1 hour time frame. I know you like to do like the one 1
minute. No, 1 minute. 1 minute
chart. 1 minute?
Yeah. But I like the 4 hour for looking for head and shoulders patterns now. I just love doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, and I do like the Ichimoku cloud, especially on the larger time frames, because it really shows you what's going on. It gives you a little bit of more visual representation.
Yeah, I got to learn the cloud. That's all new for me, and that I'm kind of interested in learning that. Ichimoku.
Hey,
Sudoku.
Will that help you? Will that
Ichimoku.
help you out, eh? Will that program there or whatever that'll help you out?
Yeah, so like right now I use, like this is Yahoo Finance. Not my favorite chart, but when I want to show it, it's my favorite chart because it's so clean.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I can, you know, put my lines in nice and easy for people to see. But I'll show you here. Just a second, I'm going to get out of the draw. When you go into indicators, so Ichimoku, I'll show you how it's spelt.
Hey, Gussie.
Where we go here? There it is right there. So Ichimoku. So Ichimoku clouds.
Gotcha. So,
There you go.
Killer GB, I use all kinds of time frames, dude. Don't worry about it, brother. I like to watch the 1 minute when I'm live, but I watch all time frames, dude. That's why it's got the whole slider, man. I look at it at all different time frames. Tell me I don't fucking look at other time frames.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, here's the thing though: the shorter time frames are good for moves that you need to make like soon.
Yeah,
like
trade.
If you're looking at short term,
trade type stuff. Yeah.
Whereas when you wanna look at the more long term, or if you're a person who does do like options and margins, a lot of times the longer term will give you a better idea of where things are going, especially if you're deciding to put in a short or a long, because you really don't want to mess that up.
I'm a hodler that likes to do an occasional trade. That's my thing, you know.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, just not really looking at the long term, and that's because I have so much confidence in the market, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a long term investment mentality.
Yeah. And I think we're done with this now, Ken. If you want to bring everybody's big head back.
Nobody's even doing charts anymore, pal. What are you even doing? I love charts. Charts on the screen makes me happy.
There you go.
Look at that. Ooh.
Is it gone?
Yeah, it's gone. Ooh, and this is much better than what you had it before.
Special. That's cool.
Because you had us all in little rectangles before.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why it exit full screen. I don't know why it changed where I was on here. I don't know if I should.
Hold on a minute here. Let me try something.
Oh, you did that. Okay, cool. You can do
What?
that.
Why is it doing that? Oh, that's your screen. Okay. What's going on here? There's a second screen moving around.
I'm gonna fix it. I'll fix this here in a second. There we go. Bo flow. That'll make it professional. There we go. Look at us. So, I'm thinking about what's been going on around the planet, and with the pandemic, and with climate, and with politics, and I'm listening to what people are saying, and I'm trying to figure out in my mind how many people are tuning in and how many people are tuning out, because really it doesn't really matter what is going on around us. If people aren't paying attention to it, it's not going to have as much of an effect on the markets. And I'm seeing with Decentraland and man, think about millions and millions and millions of people with their heads inside a virtual world could just be completely disregarding what's really going on in reality. And people could just lose touch and things might stop mattering. You know, I mean, when I went inside Decentraland, I was like, man, and you know, I'm not into that so much. And think about somebody who's really into that sort of thing, just getting totally enveloped in a place where they're not paying attention to what's going on. They're not reacting. They're not going to vote. They're going to stop taking care of themselves. This is going to open up a whole new world of issues. You know, the metaverse. I mean, think about, there's going to be a lot of positive stuff. It's going to be really cool.
On the bright side, if you invest in Depends, you'll probably make bank.
Joe Biden already does.
True.
Our president of the United States right now is the largest sponsor for Depends underwear. He always gets his pampies in a crinky. He's always got crinky pampies. Crinky pampies. My storage is $3.01. $3.01. And it's down. That's my crypto, man. Storage. STORJ. I'm doing really well on that one. Everything else is upside down. It's the only one.
It's always good to have one.
Just one. It's
good
in the
to have
green
one.
when everything else is in the red, you know? I need to put a stable coin up there just to make sure that they're stabilized. USD.
And of course, you know, the most important comment that we've had all night is from Dave D. He said, "Holy banana bread, that's intense."
Man, banana bread. I love banana bread, man. Banana bread
with chocolate chips.
Oh, with chocolate chips and raisins. Forget about it. Oh, forget about it.
Yeah, well, you see, holy banana bread is now my catchphrase on my videos. So
oh, good. Holy
within every video, I have to make sure it has to be there somewhere.
I didn't catch the reference. Shame on me. I should have caught the reference, Candace.
That's okay.
Shame on me.
But it's one of those things where, you know, anybody who's been watching my videos for a while, they know the holy banana bread's coming. So they have to watch it until they at least see that, no matter what. Even if it's a bad video, they still gotta watch.
You gotta do a contest.
Just to hear you say holy banana bread.
If you find it, you'll get one entry for something.
Well, right now, until I'm monetized and actually start making money, I probably can't afford a contest.
Nobody needs an eye catcher when they got holy banana bread.
Yeah.
That's all you need. That's your trump card right there.
Wow.
It's your ace.
That's the thing.
Ace in your back pocket. Polka Dot is down. Why are you killing me? Polka Dot 5 cents down from where I bought it. It's 10 cents down from where I bought it, probably. I probably got it at 45 and it's at 35. Uniswap. Weird people call it Uniswap. I don't know why they're doing that. Lark is calling it Uniswap. I'm like, dude, it's Uniswap.
Well, he's British.
Lark Davis is British? What?
Sometimes. I think so. Really British.
Okay.
He's like English. Full on English.
He's like Bond British. He's like James Bond British.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's really, really weird. Like, now that I think about it, Lark Davis doesn't have an accent, but somewhere in my head I keep thinking British. I don't know why.
Candace, did you ever see the production on the TV on the show called Breaking Bad?
I've never seen Breaking Bad.
Did you ever see Better Call Saul?
Well, no, because that's a sequel to Breaking Bad.
No, but it's actually the prequel to Breaking Bad.
Or the prequel, okay.
Yeah, you
but
can
I haven't
watch it
seen
first.
Breaking Bad, so that's why I didn't. But they are on my list of shows I will someday watch.
There is a character in Better Call Saul, and when you hear him speak, he bears a slight physical resemblance, the slightest physical resemblance to Lark Davis. Just very slight.
Mm-hmm.
But when you hear him speak, you're going to be like, oh yeah, that's Lark Davis. This is the guy that gets his baseball card stolen. And he's driving a yellow Hummer, and he sounds just like Lark Davis when he speaks. And when he says baseball cards,
okay, well,
he says baseball cards.
Yeah.
My baseball cards.
Well, Killer KB or GB says that New Zealand is where Lark Davis is. So is he a New Zealander? Because that's
Lark Davis is in New Zealand? What?
All right, somebody Google, where does Lark Davis come from?
Come on, man. New Zealand. Come on. Come on, Mike. There's no way. mean, I don't know how we find this out. Maybe on his profile
I
on
will.
Twitter. Lark Davis on Twitter.
Lark Davis.
Yeah.
There's got to be a way to find out.
He's got to be right in the middle
What are
of
we
the.
trying to find?
He's got to be right in the middle of the
What are
United
we
States.
trying to
Soccer, you're good at it.
Where is Lark
Is he
Davis?
from where?
Where is Lark Davis? Yeah, I mean, maybe he moved to New Zealand, but he's got to be from the middle of the United States. He's got to be from like Ohio, Michigan. Maybe.
It says it says he's based in New Zealand,
Yeah, right. Based.
so that you mean he's from somewhere else.
Right,
I'm
but if he's
assuming.
from, let's say he's from the States, but if he lives in New Zealand, that might explain why his English sort of throws a tiny bit of an accent.
Maybe, yeah. I'm gonna start
for me.
paying attention to that because I'm real big on accents. I'm real big on accents.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna start listening to him because I never picked up on
the
that.
accent where you're living, right? So
Yeah, because he's sort of like, he almost comes off to me as like, have you ever noticed how when they make a TV show in Britain that they want to market in the States, how they try to get British actors who have very, very, very subtle accents?
Yeah.
So that the Americans can understand them?
Right.
That's kind of the way he comes off for me. Like
Huh,
he's one of these
like he's
people with
trying to-
those subtle accents.
Huh. You know who comes off that way to me? Jackson Hinkle. He says some words really funny. And you guys might not know who Jackson Hinkle is. He's a political podcaster. He talks about basically all sides of things political. He keeps it pretty real, but he's young. He's like 22 years old, and when he speaks, there's something funny. It almost sounds like he's from Russia, and he's trying to hide the fact that he's Russian by the way he speaks. But I can't figure it out. It's so funny. He looks like he's Russian too. He looks like the boxer from Rocky who says, "I must break you." That big blonde-haired. Yeah.
Draco.
Yeah.
that was Dolph Lundgren. That was Dolph
Yes.
Lundgren.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
was
Jackson
Dolph Lundgren.
Hinkle literally has that guy on. When you go to his channel on YouTube, he's got Dolph behind him as his backdrop, or he used to, which I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
He obviously.
Here's a fun fact. Dolph Lundgren is actually average height, but Sylvester Stallone is really short. So in most of Sylvester Stallone's movies, he only hires short actors so that he appears taller. But because they wanted to make
Him look so
Draco
huge,
so big,
right?
they just hired a regular size height guy, and it was Dolph Lundgren, and he looks like a giant, but everybody else in the movie is just short.
Well, how tall is Dolph Lundgren? I did think he was pretty tall. How tall is that guy?
I thought he was at least 6 foot.
We
I
got.
think
We
He
gotta
looks
find out.
he looks really skinny, like a
We'll
lanky
find out.
motherfucker,
he
right?
looks pretty tall, but Google it, find out exactly what his
Yeah,
height is.
hey,
Okay,
the
Google.
power of the intranet.
Yeah. You do him and I'll do Sylvester Stallone.
Okay,
see if we
Google.
can actually get a height on that guy.
Okay, Google. It's not Googling.
He's 5'6" or 6'5".
He's huge. He's freaking huge, Candace. Oh my God, he's 6'5".
Okay.
He's a monster. God. Yeah, Dolph Lundgren. Dolph Lundgren, he's average height. I'm thinking, I'm just doing this. I'm like, I don't think so, man. I gotta Google this shit right now. That's the craziest thing I've heard all night.
But Sylvester Stallone is short, though. Sylvester Stallone is short.
Yeah. Well, apparently Sylvester Stallone is 5'9".
I'm 5'9". How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
I'm 5'9" too, so
I'm 5'9", Candace. This is highly
In my defense,
offensive.
in
He's so
my-
short. He's
in my
5'9".
defense,
Compared to Dolph
in my-
Lundgren, yes, he's short. He's very short compared to Dolph Lundgren.
in my very lame ass defense here, I got this off of some movie news thing I was watching the other day where they were saying, "Oh yeah, Sylvester Stallone was so short, he had to bring in all these short people," and and I was like, "Oh, okay." But anyway.
Well, I would send them a letter, and I would say, I don't appreciate you. I would literally say this to them. I'd say, you turned me into a fucking liar, you motherfuckers. From Candace.
Hold on. Here, I have my new thing here. So, I am a financial advisor in training, but not a financial advisor yet, and I know crap about celebrities.
Is that your disclaimer?
Does that work?
That's your disclaimer?
That's my new disclaimer.
I love it.
It's very short to the point. Crap. I like how you say crap. It's so cool, man.
Yeah,
No crap about it. Doge is down to 20 cents. Doge is down to 20 cents. Finally, Doge moves. It's like Doge has just been sitting at 22 cents for like 10 years. 22 cents, 22 cents, 22 cents, 22 cents. I get these numbers stuck in my head, man. Doge has been at 22 cents, man. I'm watching them. I'm keeping my eye on them.
A lot of holder.
Engine is at $3.75. You know, that's supposed to take off. I just bought a whole bunch of engine. So
I'm in the engine race too.
I'm dying on my
I got
engine.
some engine.
I think I'm upside down on my engine right now. But
Upside down, okay.
well, I'm probably not. Let me tell you where I'm at. I don't know what on this last purchase. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if I got it when it was much higher than it is right now. I ended up swapping out a bunch of USD for some engine because I had just dumped my E-Gold because my E-Gold was at 100%. So I cashed out the E-Gold.
Okay.
And then I picked up engine because engine was so low with that money.
Right.
Well, engine needs to pick up at some point. I got it at I see.
Dave found a Rambo knife.
I had one too.
A Rambo knife.
Well, at least. Yeah.
The one with the
The spikes on the back.
Does it have the sewing thing, the sewing kit inside the handle?
Yeah, and the waterproof match.
Oh.
Yep.
Which is great for the first fire, but after that you're on your own.
Yeah. But it came in handy in the first Rambo because he used it all in that fucking cave. So
I got a message from Elon. I got a message from Elon Musk's Starlink. You know, I signed up for that internet, and it said, "We apologize to let all of our customers know that we are falling behind due to the microchip shortage, and we are trying everything. We're trying as hard as we can to get our orders out. We will let you know." So I was supposed to have my thing in November, and I guess I'm not going to get it in November. And they said, if you log into your account, we'll tell you when the new date is that we expect you to get your router and your satellite dish.
Hopefully so.
Do you have to pay for the equipment?
I don't know.
Like the router?
I don't know.
I can't see them giving it to them for free.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere in Canada it was like $800.
Wow.
And then you paid a monthly service on it.
It's crazy.
But I mean, if it's reliable and it works, why the fuck not? Especially in your situation, right?
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most people I think would pay $800 for the device.
Because
Yeah.
I see it all the time since I'm out doing the cottages and stuff like that. You see tons of them with the little satellite for internet. You see them all over the place at cottages.
Yeah.
Hey,
or
that's
even
not
worse,
bad.
people who are still on dial-up.
It's at $375. I bought it at $402. So
That's not bad.
it dumped as soon as I bought it. It's
It's going to recover though.
right.
Today's not a day of how much have I made. It's how little have I lost.
Well,
Yeah, you gotta smile. You're into good coins.
If I-
That this up and down is no problem. You know.
don't touch anything today. You know, just let it get all of its value back. I'll tell you what's making a slow comeback. It's it looks like Doge went down real low and is coming back. Well, Sandbox looks like it's just dumping.
Well, Sandbox had a lot that it could jump.
It
Right?
had a big run up, didn't it?
Oh my God!
it
Yeah,
had a
I
huge
saw
run
that.
up.
Yeah. Then it's gonna dip down now.
I'm watching
Yeah, it's
it.
gonna have a half decent dip.
I heard it might get down to like 350, which would be, where I'd want to get in at. Anything under $4, that's a gaming thing.
Hopefully.
That's my thing. If it's under $4, I want to get in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
These
Like
what, Candace?
Well, then go ahead.
The cryptos that are
Okay.
like multi-zero, that are gonna 10x and 100x. I've been seeing more and more posts from people on Twitter that they will put up their, and I love this now. This one girl, she said, I started with $8,000 and now I'm a millionaire. She said, this is what I bought and what I bought them at. And she listed all the things that she bought, when she bought them, what they were worth. And she says, if you want to get the next 10 or 100x coin, follow me. I was like, that's so cool. Because some people just pick them, some people get them. Like, some people are just oracles.
Huh?
Well, one thing you have to be wary of is sometimes people after the fact will just sort of backtrack and say, okay, if I had done this and done this and done this, I'd be a millionaire. And then they'll say they did that just so that they can mass a following of people who are now basically doing what they want them to, and then they can
Manipulate.
utilize you guys for
Sure.
pump and dumps.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So you want to just be careful.
Yeah.
Right. I was watching this guy who's doing the Saitama, Mononuki, that guy. Gagain.
Oh, Jake Gagan. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's got a lot of people listening to what he's telling them, and man, just the other day, Carl the Moon, he gives me another tip, oh yeah, we're gonna go up if we hit 60. And so I didn't do anything, and I waited, and it dumped, and I was like, Carl, you son of a bitch. And he's like, exactly as I predicted. I'm like, no, dude, you didn't predict this one, you fucker.
We see people like him. What they like to do is they like to create snippets within what they're saying, so that way there, no matter what the market does,
Yes.
they can pull the right snippet out of there
Yes.
that says, "Look, here's the snippet exactly as
Right.
I predicted."
Right. It could do this, or it could do that.
It's just ridiculous.
I'm expecting it to go up, but it might go
Yeah.
down. If it doesn't hit 60, it could go down to here. He always says that, and he's like, but then I'm like, I'm really bullish on it. I'm really bullish on it. I'm like, does that mean you've got high
Right.
confidence, man? Because you've got so far you've cost me
Well-
two dumps now when you said it
Yeah.
was going to spike. Once on Ethereum and once on Bitcoin.
Well, I mean, the big thing with TA, TA doesn't, it gives you a probability which way it's going to go. But a lot of these guys, like the Moon, he just doesn't,
Pay
doesn't
attention.
back the probability.
Yeah, with what's going on
like
in the
myself.
world. I know. He's totally got his head up
Well-
his yacht and his private jet.
There's that. But even when I do TA, I will usually say, okay, there's about a 75% chance that it's going to go this way, a 25% chance it's going to go down below. And then I'll warn people. I'll say, if it goes this way, this is the target. If it goes this way, this is the target.
Program your stop loss.
And I just, and I let people know that, what? Most of the time it is going to go up, but it can go down. So wait for a confirmation. Because that's the whole thing. Once you have a confirmation that it's broken and it's going up, then you're safe.
Yeah.
You
You
if you're
sacrifice.
looking to do trading, then you can jump in.
You sacrifice acting on the exact point of whether it was the highest or the lowest with just
Well,
the
exactly.
safety of the movement of the market. And that is, yeah, man, I completely agree. It's a. I'm looking right now to see this massive inverse head and shoulders on Bitcoin and Ethereum, but it's not forming. There's nothing. There is a head and shoulders pattern forming. So yeah, they dropped. They're gonna drop right now,
Yeah.
probably both of them.
Yeah.
I'm
Now we got Killer GB asking about MM Crypto. So I find MM Crypto kind of entertaining to watch.
Never heard of him.
However,
I don't know who
he
MM Crypto is.
he's very dramatic. Yeah, so he makes everything sound like it's a giant emergency. His technical analysis does tend to be pretty accurate. So I give him the credit for that, but sometimes his interpretation is off because he does tend to be, when he's decided to be bullish, he tends to be very bullish. So he's always sort of drifting. He's not really always looking at the fact that if it's only a 75% chance it's going to go up, sometimes he'll take that to run like, oh my God, you're going to make a ton of money. Let's go type thing. Whereas you really sometimes have to look at the downside. Now, sometimes he does, but sometimes he doesn't. It really just sort of depends on where he's at. But he is amusing to watch. A little bit over dramatic. If you really like that over dramatic, the sky is falling, get in here, it's an emergency, or or I'm going to broadcast from a train or something. He's pretty cool that way. But take his analysis with a grain of salt. If he's not giving you both sides. When he's giving you both sides, he tends to be a little bit more on the accurate side for technical analysis people. And don't get sucked into his hype. He does hype a lot of stuff. So, and that's the whole thing with anybody who is into technical analysis. If they sound like they're way hyped on something, that should be a warning sign right away, because the best technical analysis tend to be very non-hype like when it comes to when they're presenting you with the data. They should be almost in scientist mode. So think of it that way. If you got somebody coming at you who's making it sound like bells and whistles and you're about to get rich and they're all super excited, then be a little bit leery, take a bit of grain of salt. And of course, it doesn't even matter. Even the best technical analysis can still be wrong. So always do your own due diligence and make sure you ask, not ask them, but make sure that you do your own research. All right, now Killer says, trust me, ask Nay, I understand. I don't know what that means, Nay, but maybe you do.
It means he's listening intently to what you're saying. He totally agrees with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then that's cool.
I'm looking at my stock market right now. Everything's down a little it's not like devastatingly down. So that leads me to believe that the stock market may have recovered before closing a little bit. I guess it's not as bad as... Where's the goddamn... Oh, here we go, markets. Overview.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dow is down, what is that, 2%? Is that it?
Yeah, I think you're going to see a little bit of a recovery on Monday.
Yeah.
Probably going to take a couple of days, so to get
2.5%.
everything back to...
It's 2.5%. It isn't like a... I mean, they're calling it a crash, but, I mean...
No, I don't think it's a full crash. It's just, I think it scared people more than anything else. And plus, they overhyped the variant.
Right. Right.
I mean, you even take that variant. I mean, let's look at worst case scenario with the variant. Worst case scenario is we already have the technology to do, the RNA, so the mRNA, messenger RNA. We have that technology already, so we don't have to reinvent that. It's basically, you just need to rekey the V word with the data from the new variant, and then get out new booster shots. That's worst case scenario.
Really? That's
worst case scenario.
That's worst case scenario? Really? You really think that's the worst? Really? Really?
Well, that. Okay, but that's the worst case.
No, Candace.
We have the technology.
Candace, no.
Okay.
The worst case is you can't figure this one out. This one doesn't respond to a vax. That's your worst case, right?
Well, that would be.
That would be
that's
what?
Improbable.
What? Why would you say that?
That's well. Only because it's still the same virus, just with a various degree of mutations. They're at the point when they developed this that they've already been expecting this type of thing to happen. So this is not something completely out of the blue. We knew this was going to happen. We knew it was coming. Now,
I love how much confidence you put in people like Anthony Fauci. I got to tell you, what you're saying right now to me sounds like crazy town. What you're saying, oh yeah, we're ready for this. We got this. Worst case scenario, we're gonna knock this thing out of the park. Worst case scenario, really? We're gonna knock it out of the park.
But hold on. Let me give you some back story here. I have a double major, biology, chemistry. I understand the science, so I'm not coming from just a parrot of Fauci. I actually think Fauci is a little bit of an idiot. Well, he's not an idiot. He's a smart guy, but I think he's just not the right person for what he's doing. But anyway, outside of that, yeah, is there worse than my worst case? Sure. If it were to have something that completely, absolutely created it wouldn't even be classified as a variant. It would almost need to be a completely new virus. Is that possible? Absolutely. So let's say, for example, they believe that this was incubated in somebody who had HIV. So if you somehow created some kind of a crossover between HIV and this thing, yeah, we would be absolutely screwed, because that would be something completely brand new.
What about distribution? It's going to be a totally different vaccine. So you got to redistribute all these new variant dealing with the variant.
That's right.
Well, you know how whenever you look at your COVID numbers and it says over 7 billion vaccines administered, or however, it's probably more. Well, you might as well start that number back at 0 if this variant is any way not affected by what's already been administered. So,
right. But think of it. But back up for 1 second.
Okay.
So, if you look at the beginning of this thing here, we didn't even have a vaccine ready, tested for almost a year into the thing. So that year we wouldn't have to experience over again in my worst case scenario, because we've already got the technology. We have to just develop the last part. So basically we just configure it for the new variation.
I hope.
Then we go right into distribution.
As you're reconfiguring, people are going to find things that they're allergic to, aren't they? It's not the same things. You've got to put different properties in there.
But,
so people are going to react differently, and you're just going to disregard the testing.
Let me expand even further. Here's the big issue. The fact is, a place like Africa, they have less than 20% of their entire population vaccinated.
Right.
So they are pretty much a breeding ground for this virus to create more and more, to create basically another one after this, and another one, and another one. So it can just keep on going and going, like the Energizer Bunny. So that's a possibility too. It's one of those things, like we need to get, the only way we're ever going to beat this is we need to get sort of like a herd immunity for the world, so to say. Otherwise, we're looking at booster shots every year.
Yeah, Canada shut down their flights. Canada's not letting anybody in from Southern Africa.
Yeah, we shut our flights down to Africa, and I think there's been a few cases that have shown up in China, and so it's, it's
Israel.
That's the problem. Because even though they've only just started detecting it, this thing's been moving probably for weeks now.
Of course. And, everyone's got to go somewhere. Everyone's got somewhere to be. We all got to go running around. So, this is never going to stop. I'm starting to believe Jimmy Dore.
We don't know, too. Here's something we don't know. We know that people who are fully vaccinated are able to get it, but we don't know whether or not it still is deadly. So it may be a situation where you can fully pass it if you're vaccinated, but it may not have the put you in the hospital on your deathbed type effect. So you may be fine that way, other than the fact that you would just be a vector for it. And so that's going to be some of these things that they still have to determine and figure that out. only way we're going to find that out is if enough people get it, and then we can sort of study that sample as it gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I have no faith in this system at all. You know, the system is completely dependent on people going along with it, and they're not going along with it. You know, we've got mass protests all around the world now. People are protesting vax mandates, travel restrictions, you name it. It's getting out of control. And I understand that when you sit there and you say, look, you know, we've got this, all we got to do, we've got the science behind this and blah, blah, blah. But it's almost like when we're talking about dudes that do technical analysis, Candace, and we say, yeah, you got the technical analysis down really good, but are you forgetting about the human aspect of all this? You know? People are crazy.
Oh, yeah, no, I and that's the whole thing. It's going to get to a point where lockdowns are just not going to be, they're just not going to be prudent anymore. We're going to be at the point where we're just going to have to, you know, just sort of take whatever it throws at us. Because, you know, the world economy, you can only push it so far, and it's taken a lot of punishment already. Mm-hmm. And I don't think the governments will ever get to a point where they'll be like, well, let's completely sacrifice the entire world economy,
right?
Just to save a few people,
right.
I think they're at that point where you may see, for this variant, you may see some lockdowns in some places, but I don't think you're going to see as many as you did last time. And I don't think if another one pops up after this, I don't think you'll see any lockdowns. I think it'll be more or less trying to just sort of fight it on the fly.
Do you know who Governor Ron DeSantis is from Florida?
I've heard of him.
He's a fucking lunatic. Okay, that's where I'm from. So this guy's pushing monoclonal antibody treatment. He wants everyone to get the virus, and then he wants everyone to have to go through the hospital and get treated, and he thinks everyone's going to get immune to it. And then you got like Brian Adams, he just got it for the second time in a month. He just got freaking COVID for the second time in 30 days. And people are finding out that you're not immune to it. And then you're going to find out that there's this other, you know, we're forgetting about, we still got Delta running around. You know, we still got all these other ones running around, and this new one. What we're going to end up finding out is there's never going to be a point where people are going to play ball. It's never going to happen. So it's going to come down to this personal responsibility. Are you going to stay home? Are you going to take care of yourself? Are you going to take care of your friends? Because I swear, man, we're going to have so many people around us dropping dead. This is what's up, Candace. You know, you could play your cards and people could try this and try that, whatever. But the emergency rooms are filling up and they're literally refusing people at the door, man. You know, and it's people with the virus. It's people that are having a heart attack. It's everything. If you don't have a hospital bed, you don't have a hospital bed. You send them to the next place, and you hope that they're not backed up too. But as far as, you know, treatment and dealing with this and going that Governor Ron DeSantis way, we don't have the facilities to deal with letting everybody get sick. So that whole mentality of herd immunity and this is just going to become a way of life, you know, and that's his thing. Is we're just learning to deal with this. We've all got our freedom here in Florida. Nancy Pelosi just moved to Florida, you know, bought a multi-million-dollar estate because she wants to live free in the state of Florida, and she doesn't have to wear a mask there, and she doesn't have to play by all the Washington rules. God. Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is crazy town. It's crazy town. I mean, everywhere is crazy town. It's the new normal. I can't handle it anymore, man. It's driving me freaking batty. I'm losing my mind.
Well, I mean, things like masking, I think that's probably here to stay.
I have no problem with that.
I know everybody sort of. I
wear mine when I go up to a customer. I have a mask on.
I like not catching a cold anymore. I haven't had a cold in 2 years. That's great.
Yeah.
I know, eh?
You know?
And it's quite nice to wear a mask outside nowadays when it's chilly.
And yes, keep me warm. True, and when I'm raking outside and I notice all the dust that I'm not inhaling, you know, because I'm wearing a mask sometimes, and I'm just doing it for raking I get on my quad and I'll put a mask on.
Yeah.
To not breathe in
But
dust.
you know, if you think about before the human malware thing hit us, a lot of the Asian cultures, they wore masks anyway.
I know, it was like a way of life, right?
Used to that type of stuff.
Used to see it in videos
And
all
I
the
think that
time. Where they would show clips
I
from
think, yeah.
people in Asia and they'd be wearing masks like out in the street. And I would be thinking to myself, man, they're smarter than me, man. Those people are smarter than me wearing a mask just going out so they don't catch some kind of a flu bug.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's going to eventually just be here. Everywhere, masks are just going to be completely normal. You know, and as it is now, I just don't. It doesn't bother me.
I have no problem with that. No.
It's like, you know, I mean, during the earlier parts in it, it was like uncomfortable, and I felt hot, and it was hard to breathe, but now it's just like, oh yeah, it's just normal. You know?
Yeah, it's
At the
changed,
same time,
lifestyle change.
you know,
It's just the way it is.
yeah, and plus it's kind of neat too because you can, you know, if you're out and you got your headphones on, you can do, you know how you do silent sing, where you sing out loud, but you're not really singing out loud.
No.
If you've ever done that, if you okay, anyway, you can do that
Okay.
with a mask on because you won't look like an idiot.
Oh! I love
So, yeah,
that.
there are advantages.
I saw something in the newspaper and I got such a kick out of it. It's a picture of all these ladies that were posing for a picture. And I didn't really look closely at it, but all 7 or 8 of them are right there. And they're all wearing masks for a photograph. And I'm just like, yeah, okay. I wonder if they're smiling. I mean, you can literally just be standing there and just do this with your eyes and people would think you're smiling. You know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But they literally just didn't take their masks down just for the picture. I'm like, come on, man. Just for a picture, just take a second.
Yeah. Now, see, Dave says he hasn't got the vax yet, but I'll tell you, Dave, at least in Ontario, like, last night I went to see Ghostbusters. I wouldn't have been able to go see Ghostbusters without proof that I was vaccinated, because here I had to show ID as well as my vaccination records just to get into the theater.
Wow. Wow. That's...
You know, and it's like that here. If you want to go to a restaurant, anywhere's
Wow.
public. The only places that they won't, you don't have to show it is if you're going to pick up something essential like the groceries or something.
Is
But,
that... Oracle, is that the way it is for you, bro?
he's in the same province, so I would imagine
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I put off getting vaxxed as long as I put it off as long as I could, so that I was waiting for it to get the infection rate get a lot higher. That way, my 6 months of the shot was going to last into the winter. So, but I just got vaccinated my last vaccination about a month ago.
See, now when I got my shots, I got them as soon as possible. But that's because at the time I was living with my parents, and they were both in their 70s. So
Risk area, yeah.
you know, I didn't want to be responsible for, you know, for passing it on to them.
Certainly. Certainly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was supposed to call my doctor today and schedule an appointment. I haven't done it yet. Now I gotta wait till Monday. I forgot. I was just depressed all day today. I just didn't feel like doing anything.
Yeah, we all have days like that.
I know, man. Today was really...
Well, if it's any consolation, Nate, you're my second favorite person in the world.
Oh, thank you so much. That's very nice of you. Thank you.
It's okay. Everybody else is tied for first.
That's awesome. Everybody else is tied for first. I don't feel so special anymore. Now I'm depressed again. I'm even being bullied by Candace. Jesus fucking Christ. My life is horrible.
You're a good guy.
So, wow, what's up with Shiba Inu, man? Is that a 3.9? Oh my god. How much money have I lost on that?
Yeah.
39 on Shiba, man.
Yeah, I got out a month ago, I think, of Shiba. Something like that.
Not a good time to be watching. Just, you know, there's times where you should watch the market, and there's times like this where you just shouldn't be watching the market. And that might have something to do with my depression.
I think the Shiba token itself has ran its course. It was, the way I believe it, was used just to bring in liquidity to create the DEX.
Dude, didn't I just hear they were starting some kind of a virtual world? Shiba Inu.
Yeah, they're trying to get onto that as well. They do have NFTs and something else, but I don't find it very interesting.
Yeah, okay.
Their little side. I don't find the side projects.
Did Killer GB ever tell us how much land cost over there in that world he was telling us about? Killer GB, let us know. I want to know how much the land cost in that world, and what was the name of that world. I had to refresh the chat, so I don't know the name of it, and I didn't write it down. Let's see if he's still here. I am going to be wrapping it up here.
It's hard to say. There's only 2 people watching, and it could just be me and Canada.
Oh, well, I got great news for you all. I've added 12 to your 2.
Okay, well, there we go. Yeah, we get your
multiplied it for you there. Killer GB, Overland. It's called Overland.
That's why I've been pulling out the good jokes, because I figured you got a nice little crowd down there.
Land goes as little as 3. What are you talking? 3,000. What's 3.89 over? Over is at 2.4. I don't know what you mean. Overland. OVR land. OVR land. And he says, oh yeah, that Overland thing. They sell land in Over, and Over is at 2. Okay, Over's at $2.48 right now, right? And land goes for as little as 3.89 overs. Really? So, dude, I could be in there right now. Is it open? It's like $10, $12, $15 for land, for a piece of land.
What?
He said over is at 2.4.
You can get a big piece of land for that price.
Unless he sends $2,480 for an OVR. I don't have OVR up on my list. Let me add that OVR.
OVR is how much right now? 2,000.
He's OVR 2.48. He says. He says like $10. OVR is not it's not coming up. Mover. Oh, there it is. OVR, bro. I got it. Son of a bitch. Dude, it's near the top of the list. $2.47, man. But I got to get OVR to do it. Where do you buy OVR at, man, right? I can't get it with Ethereum or something? I got to check out Overland. This is good, bro. This is cheap ass land. This is what I need. Just give me fucking $10 worth. OVR land. Overland Sheepskin Company sounds like condoms. Overlandgame.com.
Well, you know what's good about sheep products, right?
No, what?
You can batch them.
I thought you were gonna say there. I was gonna say, you know what's really bad about cheap products? They're really bad.
Holy.
Watch the trailer. Take care of a group of travelers on a post-apocalyptic road trip across the United States in this turn-based survival game. Fight scary creatures. Dude, can I not broadcast my show in there? I don't want to fight scary creatures, man. I just want to make a theater. Yeah, I don't want this. This is not me. Bro, this isn't me. I need a place where I can podcast to, man. This is not me. This is not my thing. I think we got this wrong, bro. I'm not interested in it, man. It's you know, like I said when we were talking before, I said I need to get one of those futuristic games. Just a game that doesn't have like a theme, that doesn't allow a video screen to be posted up somewhere on your land. I think over here you're probably going to be, having land with like a castle on it with weapons and a moat with alligators in it. You're fighting zombies. When it says overland, I get it. I get it. It's over. It's the end of the human race. It's overland. It's
Overland.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's over. It's just zombies. He says, no, that's not it. Oh, that's not it? Overlandgame.com. It's the wrong one? Ah, I'm on the wrong Overland game, I guess.
Ah.
Okay. Let's find another right one then. Overland Expo. Overland Municipal Court. Overland Journal. I'll type in crypto. Overland Crypto. CRYPTO. The OVR.ai. Okay. Decentralized World Scare AR Metaverse. Okay. All right. I love it. Thanks, buddy. That was so funny when I got that totally wrong. I was like, dude, it's a zombie game. No, it's not. We and selected third parties use cookies. Okay, I'll accept your cookies. This is OVT, Metaverse Platform. Okay, it's it's cool as shit. Look at this. Currently open 4,857 auctions. Marketplace. You can buy Overland's NFTs using OVR tokens. Overlands are created through an auction, and the minimum price is $10 paid in OVR. Auction closes 24 hours after last bid. If you're the winner, an NFT or an Overland will be minted and sent to your wallet. Visit Marketplace. You can buy OVR fungible tokens from our IBCO, and the starting price of the bonding curve is 0.7 cents, 0.07 per OVR. The more tokens are minted, the higher the price. The IBCO is both the primary and second. The more minted, the higher the price. That's weird. You can also buy OVR tokens on Uniswap, MXC, Bitmart, Bilaxy, or Loopring. I didn't know Loopring was an exchange. But Uniswap, I could supposedly buy some of these tokens. Okay.
Looperin, huh? See, when I hear Looperin, it makes me think it's like a Midol version for werewolves.
Loopring? Yeah. This is what I recommend, Candace, is that you look into LRC. It's $2.94 right now. Check it out. I mean, it is for real. It's one of the real big deals, Loopring. You'll thank me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is just me getting tired. When I get tired, I start to get a little silly.
Are you familiar with it?
No, I haven't had a chance to play with it.
No, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm big on it. I'm bullish on that one for sure. That one's doing well. When it's negative 11% right now, and it's $2.94.
Well, that's
at negative 11.
What exchange are you buying that off of?
Loopring. I think I was getting it from Coinbase.
Okay.
Let me see where
Yeah, I'll take a look and see if it's.
I'll tell you where I got it at.
See something here.
I probably got it over where it is right now, I'm sure, So you'd be doing better than me. I love doing that. I love getting under people, I'm like, oh, where'd you get it at? Cool. Yeah, well, you know where it is right now. I'm going to get me some.
We have another person in our group, too, that does really good TA.
Who is that?
Haas Holz.
Okay.
He's somebody you might want to watch. He
Okay.
does really good TA.
Cool.
He's one of our group members.
HOZ?
HAWS.
Okay.
Oh.
right, let's see. Loop Ring. Yeah, I got it on Coinbase. And I got it when it was... So funny, I have to wait for this to load. My connection is so bad. Oh, here we go. I got a bunch of it. I just got a little bit of it. At $100, I got $100 of it doing one of my little $100 deals. And it was $2.76 when I got it, and now it's $2.95. So if I look at Loop Ring over its 1 year, look at it. Look at Loop Ring over its 1 year.
Oh wow, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So let's take that out to 1 month. There's the 1 month. Good time to buy. Look at that dip.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in that nice little dip on its way up. So Lark Davis loves it. I am just so... I am so chained to what Lark Davis says. I listen to everything that guy says. I am one of his biggest fans, I think. I'm surprised I haven't joined his the other things he offers, But I generally stay out of all of that. I just watch their podcasts.
Well, anything that they're going to give you in their courses, you can get for free anyway on YouTube, so... You just have to go looking for the information.
Yeah, either that or they always let it slip. They always let it slip,
That too, yeah.
If you watch enough. Oh, I mentioned this on my Patreon last night. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, thanks, bro. Oh, here we go. I'm looking at land. Okay, this is land that is in real places in the world. So you're buying actual addresses. That's so weird.
Didn't we look at one the other night that was the world and it showed the different countries? Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, we were looking. And then there's that one as well that has, you can get like their version of Miami. What's it called? Miami or something like that. So yeah, there's so many cool things. Of course, I kind of like the idea when it's not the real world, because then it's like, oh, you know what I'd love to do? Start up an NFT, or, well, a metaverse, but base it off of the Monopoly board game. Then you could charge for each land plot, depending on which one. Like if somebody wanted to own the boardwalk, they'd have to pay a crap load of money for it.
Right.
And
then people would have to pay rent.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, people would have to pay rent, and there'd be ways of staking. One of the ways of making money could even just be exploring that metaverse and landing on community chests and things like that. You could even, with the community chests, you could have it as a thing where somebody can choose to take it or not, where there's a chance to get a big turnaround, but they could also be burning the coin they put into it, like if they picked up luxury tax or something like that. So you could almost turn it into a Monopoly-like game, but where people will actually really own the properties, and they could do whatever they wanted with the properties, and they charge rent or put advertising up if they want. Because you wouldn't even have to, it wouldn't be a situation that Boardwalk automatically guaranteed more money, but people would pay more for it just because it's Boardwalk.
Right.
Just a thought. If one of you two wants to just go and make a metaverse quickly.
That's a really good idea. That's
what I do. I come up with ideas.
Please log in to participate.
Unfortunately, I don't know how to make that, so we better start scouting for somebody for you to design.
Oh, that's the whole thing. The only property I would want is Illinois Avenue, because I don't know what it is, but people seem to always end up on Illinois
That's
Avenue.
funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. Listen, guys, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for being on my show as well. Love you guys.
Oh, God, yeah. We've been streaming for 4 hours here, so.
I know, you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy.
Yeah,
but
no. And I'm tired because I'm getting silly, so.
All right.
I'm going to call her a night too, I think, guys.
Okay.
All right. Good night, everybody. See you later, Dave.
Take
Good night,
care.
everybody in the chat.
Bye, guys. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.